Hey, welcome to Meta Impact. My name is Nico. Great to be with you again. So I got an awesome question. One of my good friends, Mark, has been investing in crypto recently this past year. He kind of got into it when I was getting into it, and he's a really successful investor. He's been investing for, I want to say, at least 15 to 20 years, and his dad is a really successful investor too, and he's been investing his whole life. His dad's near retirement age, and the question that Mark came to me with was, hey Nico, I'm using the Voyager app. I got my dad using the app, and he loves it. He is investing in USDC and getting great interest on those, and he's diversified in other things on the app. He has over 5,000 Voyager tokens, so he's killing it. He's loving it. So their question was, Mark's question was, so my dad wants to put $100,000 into Voyager now. What do you recommend? If it were you, what would you invest this money in? And I thought this was an awesome question. I had to share it with the community. And what I'm going to do is explain exactly what I would do if this were me in that situation, and also conversely what I would do if I were early in my investing career and I wanted to do $100,000. I'm just going to break it down real quick where I would allocate that money and why. Now, before I get started, I'm not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and don't take any of what I'm saying as financial advice. These are all hypotheticals, and when I say this is what I would do, it's all conjecture. So without further ado, let's get into it. First, what I'm going to do is put up right here this gentleman's portfolio. We're going to take a look at that portfolio, and what we see here is that he's actually very nicely diversified into crypto. So he has a lot of USDC, which is perfect. He wants to earn that interest, and because he has the Voyager token in there, over 5,000 of the VGX tokens, what this means is that he's now eligible for a 1% booster on all of the interest rates in this account. And you can imagine with 1% more what these are going to look like. Okay, USDC goes from 8.5% up to 9.5% and so on. It's an additional 1% for each one of these coins' interest rates when you get that 1% booster when you're over 5,000 VGX tokens. It's very powerful. We're going to do a whole video on the VGX token coming up really soon. So when I look at this portfolio, I think, wow, this is so progressive for somebody who's been investing for a long time and they've been in stocks their whole career. They really got into crypto with a lot of confidence. And I will say that this person has put in close to 6 figures and has already yielded over 30% of return in just the past 2 or 3 months. So it's really exciting. So where would I allocate another $100,000 into this portfolio? And my opinion is because of the person's situation. Like, everybody's different, right? Like, if this were me and I'm looking at the time of my life where I want safety, I would put 80%. So I'd put 80,000 of that 100,000 in the USDC if it were me, and I would harvest that 9.5% interest utilizing that booster. And then I would take the other 20% and I would break it down. I would put another 10% into Bitcoin, and then that leaves another 10%, and that other 10% I would distribute pretty much evenly, or I would maybe, if I was seeing something that was a really good value right now, like if the Voyager token or another token was dipping, I might go a little heavier right then into that conviction that's at a good value right now. But that'd be my breakdown. I would do 80% USDC, I would do 10% Bitcoin, and I would do another 10%, which is a mix of multiple coins. Now, the reason why USDC, I want to focus on this, why it's such a strong conviction of mine, because the S&P 500 historically over the past 50 years has on average only yielded on average about between 10 and 12%, depending on what resource you use. And if USDC is getting 9.5%, right, it's like hundreds of percentages better than the interest that any high yield savings account can earn right now. It's really an amazing vehicle to build wealth and to store and protect your wealth. So for me, I want to be more aggressive if I am at the earlier part of my investing journey. If I'm in my 20s up to 30 years old, this is what I would do. I would do just 20% of my $100,000 into USDC. So it's kind of my cash. I want to earn interest on the cash. Then I would do 30% of that $100,000 into Bitcoin. That's where I would build my foundation, USDC and Bitcoin. Now, really important, the next 25%, right now at this time, the Voyager token is trading at around $5. I would want to put 25% or $25,000 into the Voyager token, because I want to have 5,000 of those tokens so that I can have that booster for my interest. Now that brings us to 75% total. From there, I would do another 5% of Ethereum, 5 of Polkadot, 10 of Cardano, and then that puts us right at 95%. And I would take the last 5% and sprinkle it across some other projects that I really like. Again, this is just for fun, but that's my general approach. And, if I were Mark's dad, how I would break it down: retiree versus a younger investor at about 30 years old. The Voyager app is very easy to use. I love it. Everybody who watches my program knows how passionate I am about the platform. It's where I invest most of my crypto holdings into, primarily because of the interest and how user-friendly it is. So if you're interested in the Voyager app, it's really easy to use, and you can use my referral code if you like. You get $25 of free Bitcoin if you use the code down below. And I hope you got some value from this. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like button. Really appreciate that. Thanks for staying to the end. Everybody take care. God bless. Peace.
Supporting themes, companies, and ideas that make the world a better place.